If somebody had told me this clearly and like really worked with me on it, I would have saved myself so much time. Like I spent 6 months learning this. Hi everyone, it's Jaden. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be going over a scenario that is happening to a lot of my subscribers that have contacted me and letting me know. This also happened to me, and I thought it'd be a great topic to cover in a video to give you guys some of my experience and allowing you to, have more information on your own research. I am not a medical doctor. I am not a therapist. I'm just here sharing my experience in hopes to help you on your recovery journey and your own research. Please consult with your own doctor and health professional before engaging or taking on any health advice, especially over YouTube. I highly encourage you, if you are going through similar things that I'm going through, rule out with your doctors all the possible, horrible illnesses that it could be, and take the words of your doctors. And then if you've ruled everything out and you're focusing on recovering from a hormonal imbalance because you've overstressed and overpushed your body, that's leading to all these symptoms like what I've gone through: adrenal fatigue, anxiety, panic attacks, mood swings, all that. Check out my symptom videos. Then you can really focus on recovering yourself. And my channel definitely has a lot of information on that if you're on that path. The scenario is that in the beginning, phase 1 and 2, if you don't know what I mean by phases, I've created a concept from my own experience of my recovery journey, and I broke it down in 5 phases. Check out that video, and then you'll be more kind of caught up to date with the verbiage I'm using. Phase 1 and 2, it's very common to get like a surge of well-being and just like recovery, and it can fool you into thinking like everything's done. You're done with all the sorry, I'm getting a text. You're done with all that horrible health crash and you're recovered. This happens a lot during the first 6 months, between phase 1 and 2, and like in the beginning of phase 3, at least for me and most people that I've talked to. No, I take that back. All the people I've talked to, I have not met one person or talked to one person, myself included, that at the very first sign of recovery, they just recover. It is always ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs. That initial surge of well-being when you're coming back from that horrible health crash, it's very tempting to make someone like just go after something and like over push yourself. And that can be, they might overdo it because they think that by getting onto a more intense recovery protocol, they can then recover faster. But most of the time, they're going to overdo themselves. What you want to do in the beginning, when you feel like that, is to take advantage of it. Start doing more things that are restorative, like the walking, the stretching. I've put out a lot of videos on my tips and suggestions. I really hope you check those out. They will be really helpful. So things like mild yoga, stretching, brisk walks in nature, things like that. Or just simply relaxing your house, but enjoying the elevated energy that has returned to you. Don't use that energy and overexhaust yourself, because what will happen is around the corner will be that horrible setback crash that is going to happen, and a lot of times it could be worse than the original one. It's very much like if let's say your health crash is you owing like $100,000. You've just stopped using your credit cards, got a new job that is paying you regularly, and you got your first paycheck, which is like, let's say $2,000, and instead of paying back your debt of $100,000, you're like, oh, I got $2,000, I'm gonna go spend. So you go out and spend the $2,000, and then just to top it off, you're like, you know what, this thing I want to buy is actually another $500. So you put that on your credit card, and now you're like $100,000 plus $500 over debt. It's the same concept. What you're doing when you get that initial resurgence of well-being is, and you go out and, do a harder workout, or just think that you don't have to pay attention to your emotions anymore, or you don't have to, focus on your sleep anymore. All that, you're just overspending yourself again, because that debt of energy and that overloaded stress is still there. You're not completely healed. It takes months and months, sometimes years. You're just fooling yourself by this feeling of recovery, which doesn't last. It takes a lot of those, and it takes a lot of consistent and gradual approach to your recovery to get yourself fully back. Guys, I just want to help you by sharing this information, because if somebody had told me this clearly and really worked with me on it, I would have saved myself so much time. I spent 6 months learning this. Eventually you will recover to a point where it would be just the next logical step that you're doing more. It wouldn't be this huge, oh, I'm feeling so much better. You would just, if I learned that when you feel like that, it's such a sign that is just temporary, and you got to continue to feel take it easy. Because when you're truly recovered and you're truly back, it's so gradual that it just feels like the next logical step. It doesn't feel like this huge jump. So that huge jump, it's usually a big warning sign that you should still take it easy. It is a good sign that your body is recovering, but it's not a stable recovery. You're gonna be like this still. So don't overpush yourself and cause yourself to have that horrible setback crash. And it's okay if it does happen. You know what? It happened, and then just move on and start over again. Because the last thing you want is have the crash and be depressed and angry at yourself that you let yourself crash, which I've done too. So it's just this continual accepting what it is, doing what staying on course, and you will gradually make your recovery. I've no doubt. I did it, and I'm not Superman, so if I can do it, all you can. Just takes consistency, focus, and time. A quick little update. I have been on my protocol of hormonal optimization after I fully recovered. I really advise you to make your full recovery, and then, if you want to engage in new health goals, fitness goals and stuff, that would be the time to do it. Like I said, it takes a long time. For me, it took 18 months to make full recovery. I didn't think about any type of fitness goals, prior to that. During my recovery, I had to set my vanity, ego aside. I had to eat when I was hungry. I could not be in any type of diet or think of any type of intense workout. I just had to let it all go and focus on recovering from this first. It was very uncomfortable. I was highly trained athlete my whole life, and I was used to intense and high amount of workouts, and I had to go from that to practically nothing. So it was very uncomfortable, but I was smart and wise and said, you know what, this is what I need to do, because without my health and recovery, forget about fitness and looking good and six-pack abs, you're not even gonna live, right? It took 2 years of gradual recovery, and I'm finally here. Optimizing my hormones has made a huge difference on getting myself to that peak performance level again. I feel like I am not only back at where I was at before my health crash, I am with this new boost of optimization, I am back to where I used to be in my early 20s, even in my late teens, 17, 18, where I was just killing it. Again, guys, that takes a long time, months and years. Don't rush it, because rushing it actually delays you. So the quickest route to recovery here is the slower and gradual route, not the quick and rushed route. Take it from me, I've been through it, I've made the mistakes, and if I could save you from those mistakes, I would do it. So that's why I want to share this video with you. Any questions on your experience with this? Please let me know. If this helped you, I would love to know. I love it when I hear that my videos are helping those who are going through the same thing find more reassurance and maybe find more recovery. That really makes me happy. So please share that with me down in my comment section. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and continue to help me grow my channel, as well as clicking the bell icon, because that actually helps with the algorithm of YouTube. So if you've subscribed but you haven't clicked that little bell next to it, please do so. If you like my content, definitely like and share my content with others who you think might benefit. I think the world right now is in a very intense stress mode with everything that's going on. Everywhere I turn, there is people talking about stress overload, adrenal fatigue, HPA axis dysfunction, anxiety, panic attacks, and stuff like that. So which is everything I went through, and I think my videos will really help those who are going through that. I hope you're having a nice weekend. The weather is so beautiful today. It isn't too sunny and it's not too hot, but it is not cold. And it's got this nice breeze, and I am like, that is my favorite weather. Have a great rest of the weekend, and I will see you guys next time. All right, bye.